Hi everyone, thanks for stopping by. So I know it's been quite a while since I have posted anything new. I said I was going to do some editing of some videos, which I've been working on, but honestly I've had a few other things to focus on instead. I will get there. Don't mean to leave you hanging. I do have a few things to post after I finish editing them. I'm still working on that learning curve. And I did get new equipment and everything for Christmas, so I'm working on learning how to use that. Like right now, I am filming on my new DJI Osmo Action 5, which is really cool. So I can tell you a little bit more about that later once I'm more familiar with it. But as for right now, I will tell you our latest and greatest on our travels. So on February 1st, Andy and I left Portland, Maine, and flew down to Tampa, Florida, where we then rented a car and drove to Venice and stayed for a few days with Andy's aunt Pam and Uncle Dennis. We had a great time visiting with them. They showed us around the area quite a bit. Had some good restaurants, some good laughs, some good talks, and it was just an overall nice visit. On Monday or Tuesday, because Andy was working, I think it might have been Tuesday, but Pam and Dennis and I went to the Ringling Museum, and I think it's right up in Sarasota. And Sarasota had some really cool things. I did get some pictures and stuff. I did try to take some video, but me being me and a little airheadedness, kind of forgot a couple of things that I needed to do to like stabilize the video. So the video quality is really poor, so I most likely am not going to use any of that, but I might take a couple of the photos that from the videos. And I did take some still shots too that I will be posting at another time. I unfortunately did not get any real good video content there because I was just too busy visiting and enjoying my time with the family and everything. And then on Wednesday, February 5th, we drove down to Miami, and from Miami we took an international flight and came into Panama City. So we are now in the country of Panama. And it is beautiful. It is so beautiful. And we have been very fortunate. The whole time we were in Venice, the weather was perfect. Nice warm days, 80s. The breezes were great. It was lovely. And now here in Panama, it has been beautiful every day. We were in Panama City from Wednesday until Saturday. Saturday, we went and walked over to get a rental car. And then we came to where we are now. But let me give you a little bit of the highlights of what we experienced for the few days that we were in Panama City. Where we were located right in the financial district, we were in the 12th floor, which is the top of the Holiday Inn down in the financial district. So we had a great view of the city. We were on the back side, so we saw a beautiful church in the background. Just the city skyline and everything at night was really nice. And then that night that we arrived there, we went to a restaurant called the Wallace, which is a British or English, Scottish kind of vibe restaurant. Everything they serve there is like a British Scottish. There was a lot of boisterous laughter and talking. The decorations was all very British. The food was very British. They served like Scotch eggs and bangers of mash and fish and chips and everything. It was really good. And our server, Michael, he was excellent. We got a great beer recommendations from him to go along with our food. And then we just walked around a little bit just to kind of get a layout of the land. We found a little pharmacy down the street where we picked up some toiletries and snacks. Went back to the hotel for the night. The next day, Andy had to work. So I didn't do much to really explore anything. There was a pool. I went and sat down by the pool for a little while. Uh, there's a mall down the street. I did walk down to the Soho Mall. Um, really sadly, there's not a lot there. Um, there's only a few stores that are open. It's a huge multi-level. I think it's 3 or 4 floors. There's a couple of restaurants, like a gelato place and stuff. But there was a Louis Vuitton store. Most of the storefronts in there were completely empty, and it was really, really sad to see. Because there's so much potential. It's a beautiful location. The store is beautiful. The mall itself is beautiful. Um, I don't know what the story is behind it, but I didn't go into any of the shops or anything because the ones that were open, I would think there's only like 5 of them. They were all too like high end for my lowly little booty to go into. And then we went to a restaurant called Luna Rooftop. It's on the 32nd floor of this restaurant, um, I think it's a condo complex. Um, it was really beautiful. The views from the city were amazing. The drinks were good. The food was okay. But the vibe itself was just overall nice and fun. Um, and service was a little slow. But like I said, overall, it was really great. And nice walk downtown towards the coastline. There's a huge walkway. I don't know why I'm reaching behind me. There's a beautiful walkway where a lot of people do running, skateboarding, biking. We saw quite a few people on roller skates and rollerblades. A lot of families walking, a lot of big walking groups that meet up. They have plenty of overpass walkways. I don't remember what those are called, like those walkways that go over the big roads. Um, so everybody can walk safely to get where you need to be. It was really cool. We didn't make it down to like the Panama sign, which we will later in the trip. And yeah, so that was a really nice time walking around. It's really interesting to see the mix of people that are there. It's very like tropical, jungly, feely. A lot of the trees and birds and stuff. Of course, we are in, the Caribbean, Central America. So why wouldn't I expect that? I don't know. I'm just babbling now. So that's all gonna get cut out. Yep, we're gonna cut that out. And yeah, and then on Saturday we rented the car and we drove to where we are now, which is Nuevo Gorgano, or Gorgona. Sorry, Nuevo Gorgona. Marcy needs to learn how to speak. So now we are in Nuevo Gorgona, which is right on the Pacific coastline in the Chame district, right next to Coronado. It's really beautiful here. The temperatures are in the 90s every day. Currently it is 88 degrees and it is 11:30 in the morning. There's potentially going to be rain this afternoon or tomorrow. The beach is beautiful, black sand beach, which I guess is like volcanic ash and sand. It really gets hot in the afternoon. That sand is burning, but it's so beautiful, just crystally sparkly. The water temperature is nice. Here, the water seems to be relatively tame. There's not a lot of people out there swimming, but it's also not really populated, especially during the week. On the weekends, especially Sundays, most of the shops and stuff are closed, so a lot of the locals come to the beaches on Sundays. And this is a pretty up and coming expat community. So the condo that we're staying in for our Airbnb, there's quite a few expats here, quite a few from Canada. Most of the ones I've met actually are from Canada. A few from the US. Everybody that I have come encounter with, or had any kind of encounter with, I should say, has been extremely nice, welcoming, The locals here all seem to be very friendly. We haven't had a lot of interactions with them, but we have gone out to the markets, and we've gone into Coronado to the grocery store there, and they have the store called it's kind of like a Walmart. It's the grocery store on the bottom, and then upstairs is like the home goods and clothing and stuff. So we could get some like flip flops. And that was kind of interesting. Everybody's really nice. There's a lot of security and police around, a lot of police checks. I'm not sure what they're checking for, but we haven't had any issues. Haven't had any issues with the rental car or anything. So far, everything's been very smooth. The weather is beautiful. I'm going to take a minute and I'm going to take you guys outside so you can see a little bit of what the all social area of our hotel or of our condo complex is like, and so you guys can get a good look at the beach from the rooftop. Or not the rooftop, it's actually the third floor, but it's higher up. Yeah, anyway, I'll take you down home. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so this is the back end of the complex, what they call the all social area. It's where all the social activities happen. So there is right behind me here a little like grilling area. People can reserve it. I imagine during busy season there's a lot of stuff going on, a lot of like parties and barbecues and stuff. And then there's the tennis court. There's like a little soccer court over here. Over here. It's a nice little astroturfy, like kind of walk around track. Andy and I get a lot of steps out here. And then over here behind this green net here is the pickleball court. So every morning around 8 o'clock there's a few people that come out and do pickleball. I did meet a couple from Canada and they have invited me out, but I've never played pickleball, and don't want to embarrass myself with these new people so soon. Anyway, this is the view from the front side of the building. So down here, this is the cabins. I think it's called the Cabana Playa Nuevo Gorgona. So people can come in and rent these little cottages, little cabins, for the weekend. You can rent them daily, and then you have access to, there's a pool over there, there's another kiddie pool over here, and then access to the beach. This area right here is the kitchen. So I guess there's like a little, it's like a cafeteria, so people can eat and everything. And I believe what Andy researched is that the food is included with your like cabin fees. You can rent it for the day. I think it's like $20 for the day to rent a cabin. They're very rustic from what I understand. You have to bring your own blankets and towels and stuff. But it's nice. It's a little bed so you can sleep there, whatever. Just have a changing area and restrooms, and access to the pools and beaches. And there's the little like tiki huts to be shaded. Down at the end of the road here, there is a Caribbean food cart thing. Not a cart. It's a little building like a kiosk, and they have hamburgers, hot dogs, stuff like that. We haven't tried it yet. We were going to try it yesterday, but they were closed. I don't know if they open today. I hope they do. I do believe today, sometime soon, a fruit truck is coming with a guy comes in with fruits and vegetables and just pulls right into the lobby, and people buy fruits and vegetables from him, which is really fun. There's a lot of fruit vendors around here. And then around the back of the building, you can see some of the local cottages. A lot of the local casitas are pretty rustic, just like concrete buildings with tin roofs. I just heard a chicken. Yeah, there's chickens running around everywhere, and dogs. There's a lot of dogs. The dogs are all friendly, very social. A lot of them are strays, but some of them are pets, and they just kind of run loose. They're not like packy. Like in Mexico, there was usually like a pack of 3 or 4 dogs running around, especially like we saw it a lot in Merida. But here it's the dogs just kind of roam around solo. Sometimes they hang out together, 2 or 3 at a time, but a lot of times it's just like one of them. And then this is the back side of the building. From over here is kind of, see a little more of the jungle, the mountains up there. You can see that, that's really cool. Oh, you see some hawks flying about. I think they found something good over there. Or at least they're looking for something good. But the mountain view is amazing. It's just so pretty out here and so jungly. I love it. We hear some really interesting animal noises. I'm not sure what they all are. Last night, for the first time, we did see some lizards here on the backside of the gym building. Let's see if I can spot one now. I don't see any. But yeah, sometimes there's like little lizards running around up here. But it was the only time we saw any was last night. Haven't seen any since. Or before that. I don't know. But then here's the back here. There's the pool. This is the little shallow pool. There's the gym in there, and inside the gym is a sauna. There's a children's play area over here, which is really cute. There's a little indoor play area for if it gets too hot. And there's bathrooms and everything. Don't mind my reflection. It's all good. It is very, very windy all the time. There's a sitting area, there's a game room in there. People are often in there playing games. There are people in there right now playing paddleball. Last night there was people playing pool. There's just a lot of things to do. People are very social, very friendly here. I invite you to join them. Andy and I spend a lot of time sitting out here. The little cozy furniture over there. Here's the big infinity pool. Over here, there's nobody out here right now in the pool. Oh, I guess there's somebody doing laps. There's pretty much always somebody doing laps in the pool, which is fun. This top part of the pool but it has like jets, so people turn on the jets, and there's a couple areas where the jets are bubbling. And then here is the beach. There's that black sand I was telling you about. And there's a few people just bobbing in the water. A few people down here at the pool. So the first pool here is another shallow pool. It's one where a lot of the kids hang out, and then the bigger pool. They do karaoke and stuff down here on Tuesday nights. There's a little restaurant and bar down below, right down underneath those little tent things. But yeah, the beach is beautiful. You can see the black sands. Yeah, so that's where we are here. We haven't done a ton of exploring around here. Doesn't seem to be that there's a ton of like touristy attractions without having to drive half hour farther away. We're planning on going to Boquete on Saturday